What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, and we're doing Teaching Tuesday today. So this is just a segment where we just dive into a cue or a term or a principle that's just thrown out in the baseball, where we just go into detail a little bit more, right? Because there's so much out there, and there's so much that's just thrown out there without context. So we're just trying to give context and trying to give information. So this time we're going to be talking about how extension is a byproduct, and so we need to stop trying to extend what we're doing.
Let's get it.
There you go.
Let's kind of define that a little bit. So extension is a byproduct. So that can be pretty clearly defined and shown, right? Like we don't need to try for extension. So that may sound weird, but like what we need to do is we need to try and get to the baseball and almost make contact with the baseball in our turn, right? So in our release and in our rotation to the ball, right? Not rotating away from the ball, but rotating from a position of here and uncoil, right? Rotating from a place of uncoiling to the baseball, okay? So we want to uncoil and make contact with the ball before we extend our arms, right? Because as soon as we start extending our arms too early, we kind of it's like poking a hole in a water bottle. So think about it. Like if you poke a significant hole in a water bottle, like even if you put your hand on there, it's still gonna leak. So anytime our hands get away from our body too much, our power just starts leaking out and draining like a hole in a water bottle. Okay, so like we really need to think about that as far as I need to have better hands, or I need to do this with my hand, or I need to have a better top hand. What we need to do is we need to maximize our uncoiling rotational movement to the ball from the pitcher, so then we make contact with the ball and we're able to extend, and we have something to extend through. Okay, so I'm going to show you two clips of Vladdy Jr. making contact in his turn and then being able to finish his turn and extend and finish through the baseball and work through the ball. Okay, so I'm going to throw these up. Okay, there it is. See, here's a really good angle to see that. So boom. Right, so neither one of these clips, he is not trying to extend through, right? He's trying to finish his uncoil and then extend his hands after that. Okay, so that's really something that we've got to understand about extension and trying to have a better top hand or better this. We've got to have better movement of our body to the ball, right? That first initial move and then the maintenance of that, so we don't have our shoulder fly out, so we don't lunge to the baseball, so we don't all of those things, right? Like there's so many things that stem from that, but we've got to work on that uncoiling movement, being able to make contact with the baseball in our turn so we can finish through, right? And not go around or not get here, right? A lot of times a byproduct of that will be a weak ground ball, because you feel like you're getting here and then you just kind of run out of gas, right? So some of those balls you'll hit and they'll be really, really weak. So that's one thing to look at when as far as like extension, right? So just remember, extension is a byproduct, not something that you want to necessarily produce, right? So like that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get to the ball efficiently, quick, hard, fast, and then as we make contact, finish through the baseball, finish that way, and let the bat almost follow the ball. So think about it, like if we uncoil, if we rotate the right way, if we would let go of the bat, right, if it would frisbee like right where the ball is, right, if we would let it go and the ball was there, the bat and the ball would be on similar planes and trajectories, right? If we did well rotating and moving to the ball, right, and then extending through, that would happen. And so how that shows up in your swing is that will help you turn like fly balls into home runs. That'll help a single turn into a double. That'll help like a ball that gets caught turn into a single, right? So all of those things will just kind of help you get a little bit more, right? Use a little bit more of the power and the torque and the strength that you have.
Phenomenal cosmic power!
And finish it that way, and it'll really, really help you, okay? So stop working for extension and work on the thing that produces the extension, which is the uncoiling of the rotational movement, right? So work on those things to help you get better extension. And extend that finger and hit subscribe so I can see you on the next video and we can keep helping you get better.